Hey guys, this is the largest Hindu temple in Indonesia called Prambanan. No, not just this temple with this majestic tower. Not just these three temples either. It is these 6 giant temples with 2 minor shrines on both sides. I'm kidding. It's even bigger than that. The temple complex includes 218 smaller temples surrounding this. Can you believe the magnitude of this? But no, this is not the entire Prambanan complex. There are many other temples stretching to a 1-mile radius, and you cannot even reach them by walking. Most people take a car to go to all the temples. Imagine an ancient temple complex so large you have to ride a vehicle to visit the structures inside of it. You can find many large temples in the same premises, which is why the Prambanan Temple Compounds has been declared as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. How did ancient builders create this world wonder? I cannot do justice to this temple with my camera because I cannot cover even the main temples in one frame. What you see alone stretches for 48 acres. At least in a drone shot, I can show you this much. But the accessory temples like Lumbung and Bubra cannot be included even using a drone. See the size of modern humans inside this temple. They look like ants feasting on a large birthday cake, right? I can show you a 360-degree view where you can see at least these 8 structures. But it's not only big horizontally. Even vertically, this temple stands like a giant. See this guy's height and see the tower's height. This is a massive 154 feet tall tower. And when was this temple built? Archaeologists and historians say this temple was built around 850 AD. That means it is almost 1,200 years old. This means not only centuries have passed after the construction, but a full millennium has passed. And you may have thought that it may have been inspired by the Angkor Wat temple in Cambodia, because you can see that the towers look similar like pine cones. But the Prambanan temple was built about 300 years before the construction of Angkor Wat. So this predates the Angkor Wat temple by a few centuries. Angkor Wat temple is the largest Hindu temple in the world. But the Prambanan temple is not only the largest Hindu temple in Indonesia, it is also the second largest Hindu temple in all of Southeast Asia. But it's not just the macro, it is not just the size that is stunning. Look at these micro details in these carvings. I can walk forever looking at these carvings, and these carvings are telling us incredible events mentioned in ancient texts. When we walk casually like this, we will miss the extraordinary micro details in every carving. Look at this carving, for example. Here you can see a lot of people, but these 2 figures are the eye catchers. You can see this figure shooting an arrow at this demon. This is clearly a demon because he's shown with his eyes popping out and his fangs coming out of his mouth. But look below, you can see another face in his belly as well. Even on the belly, you can see his eyes popping out and his fangs coming out. This carving shows Lord Rama fighting with the demon Kabanda according to scriptures. But look at this detail here. Rama releases the arrow. The arrow goes into his body from the left. You can see this arrow here But look on the other side. The arrowhead has come out after piercing his body. A fantastic detail, but if you look closely in this part, you will see a slight elevation. You can see only this much with the camera, but the arrow inside the body has slightly bulged this part. It is bulging out and it matches with his elevated eyebrows. Imagine what happens if you put an arrow inside any body. The body will bulge out, right? Ancient builders have carved this fantastic detail, and you may not be able to see it because of the camera. But if you come here and touch this part, you will realize the bulge. But this is not even what I wanted to show you. I'm just getting lost in the micro details. I wanted to show you these evil snakes. These evil snakes are coming out from the body of the demon. They're kind of the accessories of the demon, right? And they're fighting Lord Rama. And they're trying to bite the hero and defeat him. This snake is doing fine trying to bite him. But look at this one. It had one job to do, but what is it doing? Instead of looking at Rama, it is getting distracted and looking at the ground. Why? Because there is a frog on the ground, and this snake is a foodie. It loves eating and is thinking about eating even during a fierce fight. And look at the frog. Is he smiling at the stupidity of the snake? Ancient builders were just masters in putting such subtle details. They've inserted comedy into such a serious scene 1,200 years ago. They are cleverly telling us that the demon and his accessories are stupid. Now, this is just one carving that's not even 50 inches long, but this temple compound stretches for nearly 50 acres and has thousands and thousands of carvings like this. Imagine how long it will take if we start documenting the micro details on this macro temple complex. It will take me a lifetime to just document this, but if it takes a lifetime to just put this on paper, imagine how long it would have taken for them to build a temple like this and fill it with carvings of this level of details. But there's something strange that no one is able to explain. Wikipedia says, within just 100 years of constructing this temple, people abandoned this temple and completely moved away from this area. But even after this temple was abandoned and left to ruins for many centuries, the temple was not fully destroyed. There was a major earthquake in 1600s, and there were also volcanic eruptions from the nearby Mount Merapi, and sadly, the temple was ruined to a large extent, and nobody cared about such a magnificent temple for more than a century. In 1733, a Dutch explorer by the name of C.A. Lyons, quote-unquote, discovered the temple. And in his report, he mentioned that there are cut stones which are made to look like a hill. When authorities tried to rebuild this, they realized that a huge percentage of stones were missing because locals had taken many of these stones for constructing their houses. But even after nature's destruction and humans taking these stones, it still looked like a giant hill. Look at these pictures. This is how it actually looked, and they could not piece these rocks together for the next 100 years. So even in 1814, after nearly 100 years of discovery, the temple still looked like this. The main temple with the spectacular tower, which looks like this today, looked like this in 1889. So the archaeologists of Indonesia had an impossible task of putting this together, and they have made it to look like this now. But there's another spectacular feature in this temple that has completely shocked many archaeologists and historians. Who is the Prambanan Temple dedicated to? Lord Vishnu or Lord Shiva? See, until the last decade, most experts maintained that there was no such thing as a united Hinduism. According to them, Hindus were split as followers of Shiva or followers of Vishnu, and they claim that they always fought against each other. In fact, many sophisticated authors maintain that there was no Hindu religion 1,000 years ago. Only Shaivism or Shiva cult and Vaishnavism or Vishnu cult existed. But here, this 1,200-year-old temple completely shatters this myth. This temple is dedicated to Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahma, the three great gods of Hinduism, together. The Prambanan Temple single-handedly destroys this theory, which claims there was no united Hinduism. This is why you see these three giant towers. Each tower is dedicated to one of the three gods. This temple proves that Hindus were united and worshipped all gods in the same place 1,200 years ago. And even inside the Shiva temple, you can see carvings of Vishnu. So this temple is truly a myth buster. It shatters the idea that there was no united Hinduism in ancient times. But I'm just starting to scratch the surface of the great Prambanan Temple. In my next video, I will show you another mind-boggling detail about this temple. I hope you like this video. I am Praveen Mohan. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.